Hi, I'm Chris Bulford. We're living in a unique time, a challenging time, perhaps something that we've never experienced before. But with that challenge comes opportunity, an opportunity for us to take advantage of that time window, to take a moment and to think about what it is we do as marketers and why we do it. We've put together a short series of marketing videos entitled The Marketing Lens, and I hope perhaps they'll give you an opportunity to think anew about your brands and your business and perhaps refresh the way you're doing it. So where do we start with marketing? Well, marketing is a process. Marketing is a way of thinking. Marketing is a way of looking at problems. Let me illustrate with an example. If I ask a room full of people what you need to do to bake a good cake, I can predict the answers. You need good ingredients, you need a good recipe, you need an oven, you need some experience. Well, of course you do. But what's the first thing that you need to bake a good cake? You need to know who you're baking it for. Because what constitutes a good cake for this child and her birthday party is different from what constitutes a good cake for this mountaineer who's packing his rucksack before he starts on the final frontier, or indeed for this elderly person whose teeth and digestive system may not be quite what they used to be. Not to mention all the differences in today's society that come from dietary needs or ethnic and cultural considerations or channel requirements. But what organisations tend to do is we start with the cake, and then to make it look attractive to the consumer, maybe it gets handed to marketing, the colouring in department as we are sometimes described. So marketing might take that cake and to make it look attractive for the child and her party, they might give it coloured icing. Sure, it looks attractive, but when the child bites into it, it's just a generic cake, and she's disappointed, and she doesn't buy again. But what we need to do is we need to start with understanding the child and her birthday party and figure out what she wants. Because if we understand her fully, we might say that she wants, say, fun and excitement, and that then becomes the brief for the cake maker. That way we end up with, for example, this rainbow cake, which delivers fun and excitement right the way through it. And then we make sure that all other parts of the marketing mix, the packaging, the communication, the promotion, support that same thought of fun and excitement. And you know the story. The result is that the consumer is delighted and comes back again, and the brand and business achieve their objectives. So what's my point? Well, the first thing about marketing is that we start with the consumer and we work back in. We don't start with the product and work our way out. That's the marketing process. And that's what I'd like to describe as outside-in thinking, not inside-out thinking. So is the consumer front and center in your thinking? Really? Or are you compromised by the considerations of manufacturing or procurement or other parts of your organization? In fact, are there times when you're just putting coloured icing on the generic cake? So maybe now is the opportunity to refresh your consumer focus. Here is a template that we use to help us. It's what we call the Consumer Snapshot, in which we make sure we really understand what makes our target consumer tick. The principle holds and the process works, whether you're selling food for families, as shown in this example, or steel for use in the construction industry, as depicted here. So maybe now is a good time to go through the exercise of completing this Consumer Snapshot template using the guidelines that we have sent you along with this video. Be tight and be specific. This is the page that should sit above our workstation, the constant reminder of who inspires us. This is what we do. This is why we do it. This is what makes us marketers.